players that show up just ready-made out of the box. Where does he fall in that category?
You know, I think with his ability to run the football, he was ready-made. But when the first person that comes to mind when you say that is like Sammy Watkins. You know, Sammy Watkins was ready-made from a talent standpoint, but then he was ready-made from a technique standpoint at his position. So I would say if you're trying to categorize Travis, he was ready-made as a runner, but then he had to grow and he had to be put together, you know, in the other aspects of the game. So if you're just looking at his ability to run the ball, yeah, he's ready-made. But when you're talking about a complete player, he's really had to buy into that and grow. And I'm excited to see him this season because I think that as we go on, he's going to continue to get better in the little things in the areas outside of running football and have a chance to be a really good complete player.
What do you see from Mikey on the run? Where he had a nice little cut, it seemed like at 14.
You know, the same things that I saw when he was a youngster starting in 8th grade coming to camp. You know, he's got unbelievable short area quickness, and he's got that sense. You know, and I was talking to Hot Rod, and I said, you know, he reminds me a lot of Ellington with that short area quickness. You know, and so he was able to anticipate it, make a cut, and it worked out for him. But then at the same time too, there was one where he bounced out there, and I'm over there cringing like, Mikey, please get out, because he's out there trying to make that same cut. So, you know, we'll continue to accentuate those skills that he has, and then slowly try to get him to transition to understanding when it's appropriate to use that and when you have to play within the design of the scheme.
Was the offensive line a little jittery in the first half of the penalties, or was the stuff Georgia Tech was doing?
Well, I think the holding on John, he kind of slung the guy, and they're going to call that, and then we had just a couple other penalties, and again, you know, first game, you want to get those out the way now, but I was really, you know, pleased with how they responded in the second half. You know, and that was a challenge coming out of half is we want to show our maturity, even though we got a lot of young guys. We want to show our maturity as an offense as if we can finish the game. And I thought they did a really good job of finishing the game, very clean, no sacks, you know, minimal issues in the second half, and we started playing a bunch of people. So early on, I think that, you know, guys were trying to do, you know, probably a little bit more, you know, than they should. And naturally, you're going to have veteran guys that want to go out there and they want to take control and they want to force the issue. Whereas in this situation, there was a couple things that we had to get adjusted to, especially, you know, in the passing game. That's not necessarily related to the offensive line, but there were some guys just trying to push a little bit. And once they calmed down and settled in and understood what we were trying to do, they just took over.
Coach, I haven't looked at film yet, but your impressions of how Malusi and Dukes played.
You know, Malusi,